You're thinking of moving to the Golden Isles of Georgia, located in coastal Georgia, then stay tuned. I am going to tour this house behind me, and I am so excited, you guys. So this is built by a builder that you might have heard of. They are pretty popular here for custom homes in coastal Georgia. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you which floor plan this is at the end, and then if you want to know more about pricing and what it looks like to work with America's Home Place, then you got to reach out to me. I get calls, texts, emails every single day of people just like you looking to make a move, and let's just get after it. They bought themselves an acre out here in coastal Georgia. They chose to do is a screened in porch off the side, option to do a garage off the side, but they have chosen a screened in porch. And you guys, this is just so cute. This is the epitome of slow coastal living right here, downsizing to 900 square feet, get you some chickens, get you a little bit of land. So there's a couple things to note before we go inside, and I'm really excited about this tour because there really isn't, they don't have a model home here. So we are talking about America's Home Place, and you can actually go, they have a location here in Brunswick, and you can go in and see some of their selections and pick out your design choices and all of that, but they don't have a model home. So there's really no way for you to go into their houses and see the quality of their construction or even see any of their floor plans. So I am getting to take you guys right inside this newly built home. All right, so as we go in, one, don't mind the echo, brand new house, there's no furniture in here. But two, you'll notice in the kitchen that they are adding a peninsula, like an island peninsula, and the countertop for that hasn't come in yet, so it looks a little unfinished. But in the original plans of this home, there is not an island or a peninsula, so just kind of ignore that and just look at the kitchen as a whole. So anyway, I'm going to flip you around. So when you walk in, open concept. So you've got your two windows here, and then this is the living space, and your TV would be there. So your sofa, you could have like a little sectional or chairs over there. You've got a hall here. And then I'm going to flip you this way so that you can see the kitchen. So again, ignore, this is where my clients chose to do an island peninsula, just because the table situation, being in front of the door and a table, and it's just them two, and this is going to give them more counter space. So I'm going to take you guys into the kitchen, but that's the one thing that I loved about this builder is my clients were able to say, hey, you know what? I actually need this, or I need this. So they took a base floor plan and then they were able to make all these customizations to make it fit exactly what they wanted, and it wasn't an astronomical price. Now, building does start to add up, but another thing that I really loved, and this is just personal experience, so don't count this as, you know, it's a guarantee, but with this builder specifically, my clients actually came back at the end and had more money. So they're getting a little bit of a gravel driveway put in because they came in under budget on some things. And that does not always happen. Like if you hire a custom builder, sometimes it'll come back. I've heard experiences where they come back and they're like, oh yeah, you actually owe me, you know, $20,000 still, when that was not the budget that was agreed upon. So anyway, very great experience. I'm going to show you guys the kitchen. So that's the door where we came in, and then this is the kitchen. So if you chose just to do the regular plan, this would all be open to the kitchen, and the fridge will go over there. Love all the finishes that they chose, but just really quality construction. Everything looks really great and seamless. So this is just basically one long room here. So if we keep going, I'm going to take you down this little hallway here. So you've got the attic access up top. And again, my clients were able to say, hey, we need a little more storage. So they added a coat closet here. And the half bath that they added was here. and a closet space here. Tons of shelving. Again, you can always upgrade and do custom wood shelving and that kind of stuff. And then this is the second bedroom. So really a decent size in here. You've got a window. With America's Home Place, there's one thing is you have to own your land. You can do a new construction loan, of course, where you get the loan on the land and then you sign with them, but you have to have that land first. So you can't come to them and say, I want to build a house, but I don't have any land, or so you have to work. You don't have to work with a realtor, but you should work with a realtor to help you find that land, and then I can get you in touch with the builder and work with you throughout the process on all of the design choices and all the fun stuff. So that's just a little snippet. And then this room does have a closet in here, and I mean, that's a big closet. Like for a 900 square foot house, that is gold right there. That's gold. And what also they did is tuck the hot water heater over back there, so that's not going to bother anything. It's not going to be in the way. I will actually flip you guys back around so you can see the view coming back out here. So if we come back out the hallway, this is your nice living space again. Loving the windows in the front, tons of natural light. It's light, bright, airy. And then this is the hallway off of the kitchen. Now, I will tell you one of the things on the floor plan, this wall here, there was the option to just do a half wall so that this was halfway open. Now, what that would have meant for these upper cabinets, I don't know. I guess they would not have been there. I can't quite remember, so I apologize. But I guess you would lose those upper cabinets, but this would be a half wall, so it would be a bit more open. So it just depends on if you like that kind of hallway entrance or if you want it a little bit more open. So over here we have a nice pantry space, which again, for such a small home to have a pantry, that's amazing. I don't have one of those. I live in a small house too, and I don't have a pantry. All right, so this is your laundry space, again, on the hall, and that's pretty good. You still have the storage up here. You can hang things, got your washer dryer connection, got light in there. There's recessed light all throughout the home. Okay, and then we'll go out on that screened-in porch last, and then if we come over here, this is going to be the primary master suite over here. So pretty decent sized bedroom. And you've got the same kind of window over. You guys are not going to believe this feature. Check this out and tell me down below in the comments if you've seen this on a window before. So this actually, when you unlock the window, it's got these little things here. It's like a safety for kids, so it stops you right there. There's no kids crawling out of there. So for adults, you just push them in and push it all the way up. But I think that's really cool. So what a fun feature. And that's not an upgraded feature. Those were just like the standard windows that come with the house. So yeah, what a fun feature. Don't forget, comment down below, have you seen that house before? Because I show a lot of houses and I haven't seen that. Okay, guys, now I'll be honest, this is where the space gets a little sticky and I think they could have done better. So I'm going to show you the transition between the primary, the bedroom, and the bathroom. So let me flip you around. So again, we just came from here. That's the window, and then this is the bathroom. Okay, great. So we go in. It is a single vanity because you're not going to have much more space than that. You've got your toilet over there, the shower here. Now, I think they could have upgraded to add a glass door. And it would have come with mirrors as part of the just standard base package. But they're just the square builder grade mirrors, and my clients knew that they would upgrade those. So they just said, you know what, don't even mess up the walls hanging them. Just, leave that off. All right, so this is where it gets just a little bit weird. So this is the door to come in the bathroom. Hi, I'm gonna get ready. Oh, I need to get dressed. So the closet doors over here, you gotta shimmy around. Now, it's not a big deal. You close the door, you open this door, and you go to your closet and you do your thing. But what my clients are gonna do, because they've already realized, wow, that's not gonna work, after 3 days of that, you're gonna get really annoyed. Husband and wife are coming in and out, everybody's tiptoeing around each other, and then the doors are in the way. So what they're gonna do is just remove this door and on the outside put a sliding barn door, and then the problem is solved. Then you don't have this door colliding with this door and the space here, okay? So that's just, honestly, that's like the only thing that it just wasn't very smart as far as plan-wise. I think the option, you know, could be a little bit better. Okay, so then you go in and here is the master closet. Now, I know some of you are freaking out. That might not quite be enough space for some of you, but you can hire one of those nifty organizers and get it all decked out with all the latest and greatest stuff to get your closet organized. Okay, so we're gonna go out on the screened-in porch. All right, so when you open up your door, you come right out to your screened-in porch. And one more thing to mention about working with America's Home Place is, yes, you have to find your land, but the status of the land doesn't necessarily matter. So one of the scariest things about buying raw land for some of my clients that I've worked with is they're like, well, I don't know who to get to do a well or a septic if that's something that needs to be done, or I don't know about land clearing or this or that. All of those things can be handled by America's Home Place. Now, keep in mind, those are things you can do before if you have the people, if you can do it yourself, any of those kinds of things. Those can be done before, but you can just buy the piece of land or get a new construction loan on the land and have America's Home Place coordinate all of that for you. So what my clients did was, we knew people that could, clear up the lot. As you can see, that we're kind of in the woods here. So we knew people that could clear up a lot of the trees at a more affordable price. So we did that. But then as far as well and septic, we just let them handle that. Power, very easy. There's one power company, so you just call them. But so if that's what scares you, just have that peace of mind with America's Home Place being an established and kind of a bigger, I don't even want to say franchise, but bigger company. They have all of the people for like all of the things. So you can be as hands-off or as hands-on as you want to throughout the experience. So that was one of the great things about working with them, is it made it really simple for my clients, my in-laws, to decide what they wanted to do up front, kind of on their own before, and what they just wanted to be wash their hands of and say, okay, you handle it, and just, tally it up. So what they'll do is they'll estimate kind of the land prep and land clearing with the well and the septic if you need that, if you're out, kind of out of town. They'll kind of estimate that. That is a little bit scary as far as budget, because you don't necessarily know what to expect until you get a little bit past those points. But just know that those kinds of services can be included in the home build process. All right, guys, so that is the tour of this super cute 2-bed, 1.5 bath, coming in at just 900 square feet. So again, comment below if you've seen that window type and if you think you could live in a house this small. Again, don't forget that if you want to move to the Golden Isles of Georgia or coastal Georgia, you've got to reach out to me. I will help you find that perfect piece of land and help you work with America's Home Place to get a home just like this built, or even larger. They do have tons of plans that you can browse online, but they keep it pretty locked down as far as pricing. So if you reach out to me, I know just who to get you in touch with to get you all of the information very quickly that you need. And again, this base plan, this model, you're just gonna have to reach out to me if you wanna know the kind that this is. I'm so excited for my clients, which, by the way, my clients are my in-laws, and I love this little house. I'm so excited for them. We sold their house in Darien. We put it on the market, timed it up, and they closed on this one, and they closed on their house in Darien just in 2 weeks, so the timeline couldn't be more perfect. I'm honored and blessed to get to sell that home for them. So if you need to sell a house too, we can totally do it. We can line up those timelines. If you want to know what it's like to live in Brunswick, Georgia, you can watch this playlist right here. I put together a ton of videos for you. You'll find the pros and cons of living in Brunswick. You'll find 10 things you need to consider before moving to Brunswick. And you'll also find some home tours with other new construction builders that are available in the area.